grown-ass man. You do it. Hi, my name is Lacey and welcome to my recap of episode 33 of Love Island UK Summer 2023. Episode 32 was After Sun, so we're skipping that one and going right into the meat and potatoes of episode 33. And if you like my content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell because I am trying to reach 100 subscribers by the end of the year, so I would really appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Now let's get into it. We are in the villa with the new girls. Mitch is talking to Abby, the flight attendant, and they are really hitting it off. They're talking about family and settling down and having dogs and how she's a horse girl and used to have ride horses where the queen and the kids, the royal family, also rode. So impressive. Mitch tells her that Zach 100% wants Molly back. Mitch has to have an opinion. Then we have some montages of some little chats here and there. Gabby talking to a couple people, Ty, Sam, Ty talking to Abby and Molly just to kind of check in and see where things are going. Ty is on his best behavior. I'm wondering if part of that, yes, I know he's closed off with Ella, but I'm wondering if part of that is because Molly's there. So because Molly's there, Ty can't really mess around and Zach can't really explore other options. So I feel like that kind of puts a damper on what could have happened at Casa more for the guys. I think it was a disservice to bring her back. It is time for the Raunchy race, which is the Casa versus Villa. And they get the text and they have to do a dare something or other really, really quickly, and the winner gets a party that night. The first one is everybody has to get in a different sex position with somebody of the opposite sex, and the villa, so the boys win that one. The tallest girl has to lick the neck of the guy that she's most interested in. So on the Casa side, Ella licked Uzi's neck, and Gabby licked Scott's neck. The winner being Casa, so Ella won that for the girls. The guy with the most tattoos has to snog the girl he fancies most. On Casa's side, Ellum snogged Catherine, and on the Villa side, Ty snogged Amber, and I think that was just because she was sitting right next to him. I don't think he's actually interested in her, but Ellum for sure is interested in Catherine. The girl with whose name starts with the lowest letter of the alphabet has to twerk on the guy she fancies most. So on Casa's side, that's Whitney, pretty obvious because W. And on Villa's side, they had a hard time coming up. They were like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So they finally figured out that it was Tink who had to twerk on somebody. Whitney twerked on Uzi, and Tink twerked on Montel. Whitney, credit where it's due. And she won, clearly. A brunette boy had to kiss a blonde girl quickest. So we had on Casa's side, Zachary kissed Jess, and Mitch kissed Abby on the Villa side. And the winner was Casa, so Jess won for the girls. A girl whose birthday is in June has to kiss the guy that she fancies most. So on Casa's side, Catherine kissed Ellum, and on the Villa side, Zach kissed Molly. Oh, it was just anybody whose birthday was in June, not necessarily the girl. So it was Catherine, and then it was Zachary, or Zachariah. And Zachariah kissed Molly, but it was just a peck because he's trying to win her back. And because it was a quick peck, I think Zachariah won for the boys. And the last one was the boy. I don't remember what the boy was, but he had to suck the toes of the girl he fancies most. So Cody sucked Jess's toes, every single one of them. And then Sam sucked Gabby's toe, every single one of them. And the winner was Sam for the Villa side. So the winner of the Raunchy race altogether was the Villa, and the boys were very excited about that. At Casa, we're with the girls, and Katie is talking to Uzi, and she likes him. He says he's a slow burn, but he likes to have deeper conversations. I don't really see anything going here because I think Uzi's here for Ella. Catherine and Ellum, he wants her. He says that he's loyal. He says he just wants you to be yourself to Catherine because he doesn't want anybody trying to fit into molds that's not them. Lachlan is talking to Leah, and he likes her vibe. They're chatting, they're having a good conversation. She calls him a golden retriever because he's loyal, or like I don't know, just like a cutesy vibe. I don't know. Jess is talking to Cody. She finds him very attractive. She likes a pretty boy, and they decide to share a bed. Locken talks to Whitney, and she says, "Oh, so you like a baddie or do you like a lady?" And he says, "I like a baddie and a lady." Yeah. So they are hitting it off, and I like this. Ella and Uzi are sharing a bed, and Ella says that, you know, she has confusing feelings and her head is kind of scrambled. And she just keeps saying, "I didn't know you were going to be here. I didn't know you were going to be here." And it's like, okay, but can we move past that? Okay, you didn't know, but he is here. So what are you going to do about it? We're going to move over to the villa with the boys. They have just won, and they are happy and celebrating. Abby is talking to Mitch, and she questions his intentions because from what she's seen, he tends to move on to the next girl, and then he gets rejected, so he moves on to the next one, next one, next one. But he is pretty much like googly eyes for Abby and totally into her. So I am rooting for you. Sam and Tink talk star signs, and they decide to share a bed. Amber and Ty are speaking about fitness and the gym, and they're just kind of not really flirty, but decent banter. Zach and Molly are talking, and he says that he wants her, and she's not sure, that she's stuck with her doubt, and he's gonna have to prove it to her, and he's gonna have to graft. And then he goes in for a kiss, and she's like, "No, no, 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 not ready, not yet. Hold off, boy. This is the second time Zach's gotten a no." Good. I'm glad, because he was having it way too easy in here. And he's like, "Oh, you're rejecting me again." She's like, "No, you can have my cheek." And he kind of presses it a little bit, but she stands firm, and he only gets to give her a cheek kiss. So I'm glad she's stuck firm on that. Gabby and Scott are talking, and he says that Gabby is the only one who could really turn his head, but he's still pretty much into Catherine only. But they end up sharing a bed. Nothing really to report on that, though. Amber talks to Sam and says that she wants to share his bed, but he's like, "Sorry, Tink she already asked. I already said yes. What was I going to say? No." So he's like, "You can figure it out. You could talk to her if you want to." And Amber's like, "I'm not going to talk to her about sharing your bed. You make the decision. You're a grown-ass man. You do it. If you want me, then you pick me. If you don't, then I'm going to move on." I don't think anything happened. I think he just stayed with Tink. In bed, though, Mitch and Abby are smooching, like making out, and I am so happy for Mitch. He deserves it because it's been a long time coming. He shot a shot a lot, and he missed that shot a lot. So, go Mitch. The next morning, we're at the villa, and the boys are having a debrief. Sam says that Jess is still his number one priority. I'll believe it when I see it, Sam. Everybody is happy for Mitch. Woo. Ty is sad and misses Ella. Scott is still number one into Catherine. And Zach is 100% into Molly. Now we go to Casa, where the girls are. The girls are chatting, and Ella is saying, like, "What are the odds that Uzi is here? Oh my gosh." It's not really, like, it seems like a lot of these people know each other or run in very, very small circles. So I'm really not surprised. And honestly, there probably was a casting call for models in that area. And he probably said, "Oh yeah, I know her." And then they're like, "Hey, let's throw this wrench in on purpose." Come on, Ella, they do this on purpose. They're producers. They're producing drama. She is scared of Ty fooling around over in the villa with the other girls, but she doesn't know. So what's she gonna do? And Catherine is saying that she's sort of feeling more Ellum than Scott. Ellum, he puts on his Grafton shoes, and he decides to give Catherine breakfast. And he gives her like a fruit bowl and some yogurt and a couple other things. He already had it made. She comes down when she's ready, and he kind of pulls it out of the fridge. She's like, "Here you go." And they go over, and they feed each other some cherries, and they're talking, and they're hitting it off. and they smoochy smooch, like a long time smoochy smooch. And one thing about the way people kiss on this show is it's like full on open mouth, like tongue fully down somebody else's throat. And it just kind of makes me want to gag a little bit. Like, not all the time. Sometimes, yes, that's appropriate. But like, I don't know. There was another kiss between somebody else. I don't remember who it was. But it was a lot more like slow and sensual and a little bit more sexy than like, let me try and eat your face. It's like an eel. Ugh. Anyway, that suffice to say, Catherine and Ellum are hitting it off down each other's throats. That is the end of episode 33. What do you think of the drama unfolding? What do you think of Uzi and Ella? What do you think of Catherine and Ellum? Do you think any of the guys are gonna fool around with anybody? I don't really care about Sam. He's gonna do what Sam's gonna do, so I don't care. But what do you think about Molly returning? I think it's a cockblock, really. I think it put a damper in what could have been guys run amok. She was a chaperone, and I don't really like that. It also takes away from the drama of her being dumped, to be honest, because it's like, oh, she can come back at any time. Not digging it. Anyway, tell me your thoughts down below. I would love to hear them. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.